Microsoft 365 AI Workplace Update, January 2026. Many thanks to Landis, who are the benefactor this month. Really appreciate all their support. They recently added WhatsApp and SMS capability to their Teams certified contact center, so do be sure to check them out. Happy New Year. Hope you had a good holiday break. We are back. There is a lot going on. We are right on the verge of ISE, so lots of hardware news coming. We've got a new Teams phone number. We've got some new roadmap items for Copilot, and we've got some new Teams Rooms hardware as well. First off, I thought I'd go through some areas of focus for the year for Microsoft and some of the latest movements in AI as well. I just wanted to take a second to say thanks to everybody in the community for the support last year. We had so many excellent podcasts, briefings and events, and they're only possible thanks to everybody giving their time and expertise and engaging both the in-person events and the online events. Thanks to all the benefactors, patrons and supporters. We couldn't do it without their support. I'm really excited for this year. We have some plans for some new events, both in-person roundtable style and more online fireside chat type events. If you've got any ideas for the community or any suggestions or you want to get involved, ping me or someone on the Empowering Cloud team, and happy to have that conversation. If you haven't been onto Empowering Cloud recently, we've had some podcasts around Copilot adoption. Bill talking us through adopting Copilot with 22,000 users, all in very different roles. That was really interesting. Also, Mo talked about Copilot adoption in the big four pro services firms. We talked about another Teams phone migration and Voca with Richard. One of the most interesting recordings I've done in a while, Virgin Voyages. So we talked to the CEO there about the work from sea movement and how they're doing things differently. Recorded that with Mike at Mnemonics actually on a Virgin Voyage live via Starlink. It came out really well. Lastly, if you haven't seen it, we recorded with Tom Richards, did a whole podcast on a Cisco Teams Room story, how Cisco and Microsoft work closely together and what's coming in that space. Also on Briefings, AI voice agents briefing, Copilot agents, features and control with Rolf. Great session from Rolf. He also does our monthly Change Pilot call and contact center options. I talked to Alistair Peard at BCM1 Pure IP, and he took us through variables for choosing between native Teams call queues, connect, extend, and unify certified solutions. As it is January, I thought we'd start with some view of what's coming this year and what's going to be important this year. Obviously, for Microsoft, AI and Microsoft 365 Copilot continues to be a big focus. We got the Work IQ branding and features explained at Ignite last year, and we'll see that come to fruition this year. And that's really how Microsoft are going to differentiate M365 Copilot with all the context of your work data. It'll be really interesting to see the different product teams feeding into that Work IQ layer. We're getting the agents in Office. Agents meaning they can interact with the document that's open, so Excel, Word, PowerPoint, etc. And this is really what you want from Copilot or AI in Office apps, to change the open document, format it, move information around. So really excited for that. Copilot Chat, the free tier, continues to get a wealth of new features. So there's a lot of value being pumped into that Copilot Chat tier. So even without M365 Copilot license, you're going to get the agent modes in the Office apps. The Outlook, you're going to get to reason over the entire inbox calendar. With Microsoft AI and Microsoft 365 Copilot continue to be very important and have the most focus. We got the Work IQ branding and kind of feature set explained to us at Ignite last year. So this is Copilot using the context available to it in the Microsoft 365 stack, your information, all your corporate documents. And that's how Microsoft are going to continue to differentiate the Copilot experience from other AI experiences. So looking forward to seeing what comes this year. Agents in Office apps. Agents in this context just means that the AI can interact with the document. So it can do things in Excel, PowerPoint and Word in the current document, make all headings bold, align all my PowerPoint. Really excited for agent mode in the Office apps. And also Copilot Free, Copilot Chat is getting a lot of new features pumped in. So even if you're not buying the full M365 Copilot license, you're going to get those agent modes. You're going to get to reason over your inbox and calendar in Outlook. And it seems like generally the Copilot Chat is becoming more like a kind of onboarding tier with lots of value in the box before you even get to the premium M365 Copilot experience. Microsoft are pushing the Anthropic models into Copilot. We talked about it on the last monthly update, but nice to see Microsoft bringing those models in. They're really strong models. Of course, agent building will be a theme this year. Microsoft Agent Builder in Copilot and also the full Copilot Studio. Generally, the industry is still very heavy on the idea of agents, of line of business processes. We'll see how that pans out. Agent 365 was announced last year. That is Microsoft's approach to governing agents, which is important if agents are to scale in the enterprise. And just more generally, the conversation this year will continue to be around the business adopting chat and adopting agentic scenarios, Microsoft's frontier firm concept. How much will that come to fruition? I think there's still tons of value to be unlocked for most organizations, just getting their users to use Copilot chat, let alone agentic and line of business processes. But that will continue to be a hot topic this year. On the Microsoft Teams front for 2026, we're just coming into the unified Copilot chat experience. That should be a real improvement in the Copilot chat experience, a single interface across all your chat channels, meeting content, not different Copilots in different scenarios. Bring Copilot into the conversation directly in Teams. I found that particularly to be really useful. Things like our internal conversations, rather than having to dip out, I can ask Copilot the question in line in the context of the conversation. So that I found really useful. Channel agents, really interesting as well. They're getting MCP connectivity to other line of business apps. They will get access to the SharePoint data of that channel. Those are coming up with interesting use cases. Of course, Facilitator is really one of the central agent scenarios for Teams. The idea of having an agent in your meetings, proactively creating meeting notes, putting actions into Planner, those things in the meeting room. On the Teams rooms front, we've got the continuing MDEP story, a lot coming. That's getting interesting. A big year for multi-camera as well. We're getting multi-camera and multi-stream bedding in and coming through, various different solutions from different OEMs as well. It's going to be a really exciting space. And that idea of outside in cameras versus inside out, there's a lot of options for customers. We saw a new type of dock from Yealink, a new type of Teams device. There'll be others coming as well, and that ties into the Places story and desk bookings. Webinars and events continue to get a lot of focus. There's been some really meaningful upgrades in the capabilities for webinars and events, and we know that's a competitive space, so that will continue to get focus. Teams Phone, the big story this year is AI voice and voice agents. We've already got Copilot in Teams Phone as well. And the contact center space continues to be hot with lots of options. You've got Call Queues and Auto Attendant, the Queues app with Teams Premium, ecosystem solutions, the new Unify ACS model for the ecosystem, and also Dynamics 365 Contact Center. Other interesting areas for 26, Places continues to get a lot of features coming. Desk booking came in at the end of the year, as did the API story, which is now GA. And again, that is going to bed into the Work IQ and Copilot workflow. We have a briefing coming out shortly, which digs into some of those. SharePoint agents, we've got the knowledge agent. We now have heard about the list agent as well. And it's SharePoint's 25th birthday. So looking forward to some interesting announcements around March time. And Planner, we know, has some big changes coming. So there's an MC item there you can click through to for more details, but there's some changes happening with the basic Planner and some of the capabilities. There's some new things happening with the Planner Premium experience. On to the Microsoft 365 and Copilot news. As I said on the 2026 Outlook, agents are going to be a big part of the conversation, and we now have dates for Excel agent, PowerPoint agent, Word agent, and Project Manager, Knowledge, and List agent. So lots of agents embedding into the Office apps and Office experience. Initially, they're coming to the web experience, then the desktop clients, slightly different timelines for each. But broadly, February is when we'll start seeing these land. And this will be a meaningful improvement in usability for AI in the Office apps. Remember, a lot of this is coming to Copilot Chat, so the free tier as well as the premium tier. I'm personally really excited about this. This is going to be the area where we start to see, I think, more adoption, because I can ask the Copilot in Word or the Copilot in PowerPoint to do things for me. Image generation and video generation, it'll be interesting to see where this finds a place in the Microsoft 365 and AI workplace story. So OpenAI's GPT Image 1.5 model is now rolling out to Copilot. This was OpenAI's reaction to the Nano Banana Google model, which was very good. A lot of people are saying this is now kind of on a par with that model. Also, video overviews from Copilot notebooks. It's the idea that a notebook can be generated into a video summary will be coming sometime between now and February. Onto Teams and AI-powered workplace. Even though it's a relatively quiet in December, we did get some new big news. 26 million Teams phone users, the new public number, is a big jump, around 30% growth over the last 2 years. I follow these numbers closely. Congrats to the Microsoft team for continued growth in Teams Phone. We do know there's still a lot of seats out there that are already licensed. So anybody with E5 will already have that Teams Phone license. And of course, there are around 440 million M365 users. So still quite a lot of white space there. Talking of new features, the Copilot Chat in Calls app post-meeting calling experience is now GA. This is an after-call experience to get to the chat, to ask questions, to summarize the information. So nice to see that coming through. Custom AI summary templates in meeting recap. So rather than just having the generic recap, you can create your own specific custom template that you can use over multiple scenarios. It will come with 2 out-of-the-box templates, so speaker summary and executive summary. You can save and reuse these templates yourself across multiple meetings. Teams Admin Center is getting a specific frontline hub. So the idea here is all frontline related features will come into one experience for people to manage. Frontline continues to be a big focus for Microsoft. It's a big addressable market, interesting space, and aggressively priced licensing as well. So nice to see that experience being improved. A lot of talk last year was around security and safety, and we're seeing some of that roll through in the coming months. So first one is Teams messaging safety features are being turned on by default for all users. This won't change the settings if you previously customized them, but this is things like protecting against certain file types, malicious URLs, and the ability for users to report issues directly in Teams. So users will see warning labels if messages or URLs seem to be suspicious. Microsoft are simplifying external collaboration controls in Teams Admin Center. So they're going to have a fully open mode, a controlled mode, or a custom mode. There's a good blog from Tony Redmond for more details, and there is the Message Center message. This is rolling out mid-February. Admins can also now block users in the Defender portal. So this is about blocking domains for federation and external access. Rather than doing it in Teams, you can do it directly in Defender. So that's nice to see. That's rolling out now. Teams Chat with Anyone caused a controversy last year around exactly how it would work and the security risks. Microsoft have clarified the messaging. It will be enabled by default, but currently it's only available to the business users. So Teams Essential, Business Basic, Business Standard, Business Premium, only if you're opted into preview. It's a slow and steady rollout. I haven't had hands on with it yet. It will be governed by your Entra B2B guest policies and Teams Admin Center guest access policies, and it won't override any existing policy. Check out MC 11820004 for more details. And lastly, on Teams, Microsoft have published a free native Slack to Teams migration tool. We saw the API work early last year. This allows you to move public and private Slack channels into Teams channels. Essentially, it's a zip export from Slack. You put it on blob storage, then you can map it to a Teams channel, and you can map usernames to M365 accounts and import it with a PowerShell script. There are some good third-party options with the APIs, but nice to see a simple free tool in the box as well. On to Teams Rooms and devices. Not too much news on devices pre-ISE. We did see Barco certify their ClickShare Core and Pro accessories. The first MDEP devices from Barco, exciting to see those. We also saw new devices certified from Yealink as well. The MVC S90, S50 and S40. Those are Microsoft Teams Rooms on Windows. The S90 is a dual physical camera. We're only a couple of weeks out from ISE. There'll be lots of videos coming. On to events. As I said, we are back into our regular events routine now. So we have the Teams Fireside Chats. We've got Michelle Bowman doing the post-ISE one as well. Looking forward to that. We have Microsoft Teams Devices Ask Us Anything regular sessions, the Copilot Fireside Chat. Also, Microsoft have an interesting training on the 15th and 16th. That is their converged comms training. And we also have the Manchester user group coming up in person as well. And of course, ISE, really looking forward to that. If you're going out to ISE, let me know. It'd be great to say hello if you're there. So that is our first wrap up for January of all the news. Many thanks to Landis for all their support. Hope that was useful for you. Got any comments, questions, or feedback, do let me know. Thanks a lot.